Now it feels like football. Good evening, I'm Tom Eschen. It was a wet, chilly night across central New York, and depending on who you are, those are the perfect conditions for high school football in September as Section 3 teams battled in Week 2 of the 2013 season, and we'll start with a rivalry game. West Hill battling Marcellus. West Hill fans enjoying the rain tonight. Marcellus jumped out to a big lead, though, in the first half. Here comes the Warriors in the second. First play of the half, Reed Darrenbacher throws over the middle deep. It gets tipped, but Jack Centor right there for the catch in Mustang territory. The very next play, Darrenbacher rolls to the left, gets a little greedy. Ross Filch catches the underthrown ball, ending the threat. And just a few minutes later, Mustangs in the red zone. Tom Keegan keeps the read option play himself. First fights off two Warriors, then a whole bunch pile on. He keeps those legs moving and eventually falls over the goal line. Mustangs win 43-14. And now we have that eagerly awaited Class B kickoff for Skinny Atlas and Homer. Drew Cottrell in the handoff in just a second here to senior Jake Casey. That's a 16-yard score to the end zone, putting the Trojans up by 2 touchdowns and more. Fourth quarter action here, getting down to the nitty-gritty. Cottrell playing quarterback, takes the snap in just a second. Once we get there we go. Andrew Warrow gets the first try at the junior, then defensive end. John Parsons jumps in for the sack. For Cottrell was ultimately taken down by the sack by the Skinny Atlas defense. Is little too late. 23-13 Homer final. Here's a quick look at the Cortland High School Pep Band as they keep their fans amped up all night, hosting Solvay. Here's Solvay's quarterback Brandon Franklin on the handoff to Nick Cometti for the 5-yard score, getting the Bearcats on the board for the first score of the game in the second quarter. 14-6 Cortland. Now going the other way for the Purple Tigers. Caden Giroux takes the bootleg to the far side of the field to complete the 4-yard strike to wideout Theodore Phillips. Portland took the game 42-12. In Class B, the Chittenango Bears also looking for redemption, hosting Phoenix Bears, running all over the Firebirds. You know, it's your night when you get a pitch like this one. Matt Protero to Drew Flack, 34-0 Bears at the break. Give Phoenix credit, though. They fight hard all night. In fact, Dylan Dupe hauls in a 56-yard pass right here. Nice pitch and catch, but really that just got the Bears hungry. They turn an eventual Phoenix 1st and goal to a 4th and 50. Wow. Nick Harrington with the sack, and the Bears win it 48-0. Coach Nick Patterson looking to lead his defending sectional champs from Nottingham back on track. Bulldogs hosting Fulton, looking good early. Heck of a defensive play by Jamad Russell, forcing the fumble, recovers it too. That leads to this. Matt Jones on the offensive end takes the handoff. He breaks inside, and nobody's going to catch him. That one's a touchdown and a 12-0 Nottingham lead in the second quarter. But after holding the Bulldogs on a 4th and 2 at their own 30, Fulton answers when Keyshawn Carver fakes everybody out, burns his way to the end zone for the score. There he goes up the sideline. The Bulldog defense holds off the Raiders. Nottingham wins 32-20. The rain pouring down in Auburn, hosting Central Square. Both teams looking for their first win. Auburn driving up 3-0. Justin Valentino with the deep ball to the end zone. Trevor Ash after the tip ball, an unbelievable catch, but the officials say he was out of bounds. You be the judge. He might have gotten that right foot in. Not sure. That doesn't matter. The teams both turn the ball over. Redhawks get the ball less than a minute to go in the half. The Montana screen to Julius Misro goes the distance. Central Square leads at the half, but the Maroons get 14 second half points and get the 17-13 win. So that's it for the first half of the final quarter. There's still more to come, including the game of the week. We'll have highlights and reaction from Henniger versus Baldwinsville when we come back. Welcome back to the final quarter. We're in the second half now as we continue with some good games across the board in Section 3 football. Now we have two teams, CNS and Liverpool, who lost last week and surely don't want to go 0-2 to start the season. So here they are. Dustin Capoto, he gets the pull on the board with the QB sneak. It's a 6-0 ball game at that point, but the North Stars have the answer. The winner of our high school play of the week, Owen Desidados, looks, finds Brian DeMonte for the score, and a 7-6 CNS lead. But Liverpool pulls away from there. Scott Jadakiss breaks free on the outside. Nothing but green in front. There he is. He is gone. Finally, touchdown, Liverpool. Warriors back in front. And then a little later, it's James Terranova It was a pretty good show back when it was on TV. Terra Nova, I think I've heard of it. This is more entertaining. He's gone. Ball game over. Warriors win it 28-14. The Star Wars Cup is theirs. Now, Henniger and Baldwinsville beat those two teams last week. They played each other tonight in another classic battle, and our Kelly Cowan is here with the highlights and some more. Kelly, was at the game tonight?
Well, thanks, Tom. Yeah, I've never heard of Terra Nova or whatever you were referencing. But, Tom, it wasn't the prettiest game out there as soggy conditions led to some sloppy plays. And as you can imagine, we saw both offenses getting plenty of work done on the ground. And plenty of missed opportunities tonight as well. As the number 5 Baldwinsville Bees arrived to take on the Black Knights. Henniger on the first drive, grinding down the field. Justin again fumbles into the end zone, but heads up play by Wilbur. He recovers that for the touchdown. To the second, Gage Blasi screened to Ricky Sparks. He finds a sideline and takes that one 77 yards to the end zone. Tie ball game. Bees will pad that with a bit of a field goal, and lead by 10-7. Now, under 2 minutes left to go in this one. Knights are on the doorstep, but they can't come up with it. And the very next play, Keyshawn Scott is picked off by Cameron Skipworth in the end zone. And that crucial interception will save the day for the Baldwinsville Bees. They'll win it 10-7.
My hats are off to him. He did a crazy, amazing job, and he's actually my backup right now, but he handled it on the defense side of the ball, and he did it when we needed it. That's all we need. That's all I have to say about that one.
Cameron, can you talk about when you saw that ball coming your way?
I just figured we worked on it in practice. It was a tight end coming off on that one, and, I saw the ball. I went up and I grabbed it.
Just that easy, right?
Easy enough. Go up and get it, and the game's over.
It's a simple game.
Sounds like a good game tonight, though, regardless.
For sure.
And some tough conditions, too. Yeah. Thank you very much, Kelly. Nice job.
Thanks.
Well, one more game to go featuring one of the team in the number 1 team in the media poll taken earlier this week. Christian Brothers Academy going east to play Utica Proctor. Proctor fell to Corcoran in week 1. The Brothers getting off to a hot start tonight. That's J.R. Zazzara, the keeper up the middle. He emerges from that mess for the early touchdown. More to come. He uses the arm this time deep over the middle to Andrew Dowdell. He's tough to cover. Another TD for the Brothers. CBA puts up 52 and holds Proctor to a shutout. That's all for the final quarter. Top stories of the nightcap with Lisa Spitz, who returns when we come back.